So, the president, are we going to cancel him?
Yes.
Okay, tell me why.
Because he's racist and homophobic and awful.
Wow. But he was elected, so he's got 9 days left. Should we impeach him?
Probably. I mean, it's what you have to do. He did everything wrong. He did illegal things. Impeach him.
Okay. All right. Anyone else that we should cancel? Especially their free speech, Twitter. Like, we shut him down. Trump's over.
I mean, the free speech thing is interesting because it is a little scary that they're able to just do that to anybody, even if he is doing things that he's doing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little frazzled. I don't really have any other thoughts.
Yeah, my just thought is I think the people spoke. I think they canceled him with the election.
Yeah.
And now they're going to take away his rights. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, the power that they have
to
just shut somebody down.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
All right, thanks, Claire.
Yeah.
Have a good one. And you're a bartender here?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so obviously the coronavirus and the shutdown has been devastating for you. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, and your employer is still open in Philly. You have the streets, but I want to hear from you. How has this affected you personally?
Personally, well, my owner has taken a lot of precautionary measures in making sure we're comfortable with expanding our outdoor dining experience, as well as preventing indoor dining experiences. As of now, City of Philadelphia will be opening up shortly, but we're probably going to take longer time to adjust, hire, and staff appropriately. I feel great. I like working here, but I really like my ownership because he kind of just talked to us one-on-one. He's like, what do you feel comfortable with doing? Are you okay with this? He kind of had a majority consensus before we moved forward and progressed.
Okay, how about economically? Do you have a family? Is you a student? The past year, has it crushed you? Have you been surviving? Or
yeah, I mean, I've been surviving. I've been kind of limited. I haven't been going out as much. I've been kind of keeping tight on my finances. It's going to be rough for everybody. Of course, the shutdown impacted us very hard. We had to make some cutbacks as well, but I mean, we're just trying to make ends meet just like everybody else.
God forbid a second wave or something happen, maybe something totally different but biologically related happens again. Is there any lessons that we learned from this? You think we do better on the business end in the future?
I think definitely shut down, let everything settle for a little bit, and then we just take it again, pick up sticks again, just take our time.
So the same. So yeah. You feel good it worked? And
I feel like it worked. I mean, I just feel like people aren't responsible for themselves. So
then you would say that the regulation is definitely needed for the people.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else?
No, man.
Hey, thanks for your time. Best of luck to you. I'm glad you're keeping everybody, all your customers safe.
Trying to, man. Trying our best to.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
The police, we still defunding the police, especially after.
Well, I mean, the other day was crazy at the Capitol. I would agree. I mean, the police were also running in there with all the protesters.
Absolutely.
But not really protesters.
Right.
We're going to get into it. But, yes, I think we should defund the police.
Okay. So.
Or at least the money should be allocated not so much to the police budget, in my opinion, and be a little more spread out to more social welfare programs that I think would make more of a difference instead of the police. For example, if people weren't just arrested and were able to, for example, people with drug addictions on the street get help instead of just being thrown in jail, I think that would solve the issue. We wouldn't be going in such circles facing the same problems over and over.
Okay, so it's not that you're anti-police, anti-enforcement. It's a little bit more helping people you're looking for.
I'd say I'm pretty anti-police, but I'm also here to help people.
Do you think anti-police helped the other day when the Capitol was stormed by all the protesters?
I don't think the police were super helpful, no.
So do you think defunding them would help that?
Yes.
So take away their resources and then they would have done a better job? I
think so. I think if we put the resources in other people's hands, had different training for the police, I don't think they were. I think, I think the reaction to the people at the Capitol took too long, and I think that the protesters that were there were treated a lot differently than protesters this past summer by police. So overall, I think the treatment of the police to the people there, arresting and penalizing isn't always fair, and I think it needs reform.
Okay. Okay. So I mean, just to wrap it up, then I say then it sounds like you want to defund the police. It sounds like social reform. You want some more fairness, but you think that it would have went better at the Capitol with less resources.
I mean, you're kind of twisting my words. I don't think particularly. I think it's what resources, I guess.
Okay. What would have made the Capitol a little safer with resources?
I mean, I think the security, I guess, could have done more, maybe.
So maybe more cops?
I mean, I think, like, the security that was already at the Capitol, I think should have been in place and been stricter so people couldn't have come in so easily, you know?
Okay. Okay. All right, Emily, anything else?
No, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah.
It was a good conversation.
Yeah, I love to hear it. That's what we're out here doing. We're just out here talking to people and finding out what their feelings are and maybe try to make sense of it, especially people with differences.
Yeah,
all right, thanks,
totally.
Emily.
I think starting the conversation is the first way to make a change.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
You as well.
Tell me, what do you do? If you want to tell me, you don't have to. What do you do?
I'm a real estate agent.
Okay, so that's dealing with people and people's feelings.
Right.
So, what have you experienced? Are you concerned about your free speech?
I'm not concerned about my free speech. If I feel convicted in something, I would speak out about it. However, I'm aware that everybody has different perspectives, so I try to honor people where they are. I would like that this country be in a place where we meet people where they are. So I think that the issue with freedom of speech comes when somebody makes a statement without considering all of the people that it might affect. And then I guess in life, you just have to always consider the source. So I know I'm being really gray, but I'm really grateful for people like you that do have convictions and that want to find out how people feel and that you get that out in the open. I'm just grateful for that.
So,
but I can't share my views.
The president just got canceled. He got canceled.
The president got canceled.
He lost his Twitter. He lost his Facebook. He's the president. His #1 platform to speak to the people, he was just tossed off of. What do you think? I feel as though he has a right to speak what he feels is his personal opinion. So if he can't, is his rights being violated?
If he cannot speak, are his rights being violated by not being able to speak on Twitter? So if you look at it just from a platform of you should be able to speak or not speak, then you would think that his rights are being violated. His opinion is valuable because he's the president and you respect the president.
So it's Russian. I'm a Russian immigrant.
Are you a U.S. citizen or are you just here?
I am a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
I've been almost 20 years in America.
That's incredible.
But I was born over there in former Soviet Union. Okay,
so you're definitely a man that has experience with stuff. So we'll get right down to business. Was it a riot or no?
It was a riot.
Okay.
In my opinion.
In your opinion?
I'm just talking my private opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I think that was a riot.
Okay. A lot of people calling all summer, all year long for defunding the police, and then it seemed like they needed a little extra police there, wouldn't you say?
They needed quick action. They needed quick action, and there was for some reason there was no quick action. I don't know. It's something in Washington. I'm not there. I don't know what's going on.
Right. I think a lot of people have the same questions.
But I won't talk about. I think defunding police is a separate thing. It's a more broader issue than if we're talking just about this separate incident over there. I think they needed more quick action, and I'm surprised there was no preparation. Like I mean, I was, you have stupid pictures on the internet, like demotivators they call them. Right. Like one guy, they had, that famous picture. They have the guy in a hat.
Oh yes. No shirt.
And the guy,
tattoos.
Yeah, sent that picture and said, I mean, we're spending like over $700 billion on defense, and we can defend our capital from like Doug Dynasty and the guy in Chewbacca suit.
Right,
so that's kind of my
that's,
opinion.
I think that's a pretty good opinion. Anything else? This is your time. Corona, anything you want to say?
No, I don't want to talk about Corona. I mean,
okay.
I believe that's just quick words about Corona. I believe in the virus.
Yes.
I think there's a disease. I think there should be there should be no political approach. It should be just medical, scientific approach toward the Corona. And whoever using political issues, that's what's wrong.
So it's kind of been hijacked then, you would say? the whole movement? You think it's real, but people are taking advantage of the reality?
Some politicians or whatever, you know, like, yeah, they're taking advantage of it. But I mean, it's a part of a broader issue in America. It's just my opinion, the whole country is split.
Yes.
On cultural, even geographical, and I don't call it religious, but the whole country is split culturally, which is getting wider and wider and wider. Now we have a social media split. So now you're going to see just your own group from now on, you know?
Right, right.
And it's going to debate. So and eventually, even if they remove Trump or whatever, you know, they're going to be another leader because there's a demand for, you know, for on the conservative side, whatever you call it, you know, they're going to be like a demand for another maybe leader. So somebody
So they're trying to
somebody will pop up.